record the session. Okay, thank you. Morning, everyone. Evening, everyone. This is Aisu here. I'm so excited here, and thank you, Ross, for inviting me. And today we will cover this topic that very close to our heart. Why you are not losing the fat and why it keeps coming back to you. So before I start the session, please allow me to briefly introduce myself. My name is Aisu, 49 years old this year. So before coming to Nu Skin business, I'm an entrepreneur in beauty distribution. I have a company in Malaysia and a company in Singapore supplying into beauty salon and aesthetic clinic. And of course, like everyone else, my last employment, I was a manager in a US MNC. It's a listed company. And I'm now living with a 21 years old son in Singapore. I was from Malaysia. So, just showing everyone, that's my employment picture because a lot of people didn't know that I worked for people before. And our business used to be distributing or clinical grade beauty items into aesthetic clinics. And I also co-invest in a kindergarten in KL Puchong. So this is my personal transformation. And the picture that you see on the leftmost is actually my honeymoon. And 2017 after my TR 90. Yeah, I think it's TL 90. Yeah, TL 90. And then 2023 recently, and with the Well Spa. So personally, I suffered from bronchitis, and you can call it a whooping cough. So I always have 2 episodes of close to 3 months coughing, and they call it in Chinese the 100 days cough, 百日咳. Yeah, so very grateful to Pharmanex Nutrition. So that reversed my 15 years of bronchitis in just 6 to 9 months. And my son health, my son started using the nutrition. His asthma no more, his eczema improved tremendously. And my mom is on the system as well. And her knee pain no more. And she's very happy. And that's my personal transformation in terms of the skin. Yeah, so very, very grateful to the business. But most importantly, I am most grateful because I'm able to spend more time with this 2 person closest to me now. My mom's still living in Malaysia, so we travel once a year. My son is in national service. If not, we would travel once a year as well. And as I'm based in Singapore, I must say that once a month, I spend a week in Malacca with her. So I don't know how many of you, how often you see your parents, if your parents still around. So I know that in Singapore, for most households, they will visit their parents once a weekend for maybe half a day. So 1 month is about 4 days, and I make it that I spend at least a week with her in Malacca. So she doesn't feel that I'm away, and she travel with me often. And I also wanted to mention that when I started Nu Skin business, the intention is very pure in a way that I'm not sure whether I can achieve this. But I do love the product. I wanted to use the product for free. I want to share with my friends. And about 6 years, 6 to 7 years in the business, my hubby passed away in an accident. And very grateful to this business, I took a 6 to 9 month off, and throughout that 6 to 9 months, I continue to receive passive income in my business. And I managed to train all my customers to buy things online. And very grateful to Dr. Lam, Junwen, my downlines and my uplines, they are autopilot. So within that 6 to 9 months, I really experienced the power of recurring income. And that's very useful to me as a single parent that suddenly you lost your spouse in an accident, because I do need to continue to support my mom in Malaysia. And I do need to continue to support my son. So tuition fee is expensive in Singapore. So some of you, you have kids, one kid is about 1,500 per month. And I didn't go to the simple option of, okay, let's go back to a city where the cost of living is lower. I wanted minimum disruption in my life and my son's life. So I continue to stay in Singapore, and very, very grateful during COVID, I managed to double my income in Nu Skin. So this is really a business that when I first joined, I didn't know that this is such a gift in my life. And I'm truly, truly grateful for Nu Skin to come into my life. And I also want to show you how my life changes apart from spending more time with my mom and my son. And, and this is just the past 1 year. So I'm sure a lot of leaders went to the uh, Hokkaido trip last March or April, and then I extended to spend a week of in Japan, Hakodate, in with my son, and then the following month I actually enrolled in a 1 week yoga retreat. Yeah, I managed. I with Nu Skin business, I can afford to spend more time to do things that I like. And also, this is with a partner in Taipei and Ipoh, and also then with our team, Muslim team, to go to the Jakarta. So this is Jakarta trip. Half the group is there, and then the following month I spend a week in meditation because there's no picture taken. So I just simply take a restaurant and then show you. And then I think a lot of us went to the Korea convention, and we extended to go to the demilitarized zone. So to visit the North-South Korea border, and this is North Korea. And then I spent about 2 weeks. Out of that, 10 days is quiet sitting meditation, no phone, no eye contacts. With my mom, she thought she couldn't survive, but she come up from that retreat and she said, let's do it again. And this time, maybe do it in India. Yeah, she suggested that. So, and then extended trip with mom again. She looked really good in 70s. And another meditation retreat. And then this is after the meditation retreat, spending some time with a friend, yeah, in a restaurant. And then just early this year, we went to Cappadocia with a friend's invite. So this is a yoga friend where she's my roommate when I was in Bali retreat. So I told her that if you get everything settled, I'll buy an air ticket and fly there and join you. And and my only request is I want to stay in a cave hotel. So this is it. We were talking about it in November, and it happened in February. And we went to Istanbul. Actually, the main objective is to visit our Brazilian teacher who's flying to Istanbul to teach for 2 weeks. Yeah. So if you were to look at that, you notice that the life after Nu Skin, I can spend time with myself, spend time with the community, spend time with um, uh, not only parents, children, but also business partners. And I also noticed that once a week for half a day, I have volunteer work. So I look at my colleagues who is in the corporate, and most of them, they are chasing the rat race still, and not forgetting spending time with extended family. So this is a food reflexology session with my brother in Malacca, and really spend a lot of time with him and my nephews. So I wanted to show you very quickly how's life before Nu Skin. So yes, a lot of you are still traveling, but I'm not sure whether you have the same habit like me because of limited leave. So we take 2 weeks off. So this is a Silk Road trips. Yeah, 2 weeks off. Yeah, and then spend a lot of money, but it's only with my husband. Yeah, so it's only 2 hours for that 2 weeks. So very, very grateful to Nu Skin Business who transformed my life. So now we go back to the main topic for today. So you can stay interactive with me on the WhatsApp. I'll try to check up the WhatsApp. Okay. So why you are not losing fat, or why you are not losing weight, or why you still feel that your belly fat's still there, you're not shaping up. And most importantly, why it keep coming back, how to break the cycle for good. You don't want it to keep coming back. This is not a good visitors. So common struggles is that lose all the weight, come back, eating clean, working out, but you still feel stuck. You still feel like you have a tire around your waist area, even though that you lose fat or you lose your weight. You feel tired even despite you were eating clean, and your body doesn't seem like firming up or shaping up. So just for everyone information, because TLME launched till now is about a year. So we all have go through a lot of cases. And from my experience, minimum, a person should be dropping 300 grams of fat weekly. So if your customers or yourself doesn't see this result, probably what I'm going to share following will be useful to you. And of course, the only exception is for ladies. So during menstruation period, yes, you may not have that result because your body is losing blood, you are feeling cold, you tend to store more fat during that 1 week. But apart from that, you should be able to see the result. Okay, so this is the answer for the question. Number 1, you are unhealthy. So always remember, for you to see good results in your weight management, you need to first to be healthy, to start losing weight. So if you have a condition, it's called insulin resistant, or some people call it pre-diabetes. It's actually very hard for you to lose weight. And how do you know that you have this condition? So you can do a self-check. You can send this picture to your customer and self-check. Do you have any of these symptoms? So a person may suffer insulin resistance for 10, 15 years before they go into like really a diabetes, an early diabetes condition. So do you suffer acne, sensitive skin? You have skin tags? High triglycerides or high cholesterol? Belly fat? So your hand, your legs, quite okay, but somehow the fat just deposit around your trunk area. Some people, if you already suffer high blood pressure, you already have insulin resistance, feel tired after meal. You really feel like you need a rest after meal, and you have weight gains. You keep fighting with this problem, weight gains, lose the weight and then gain it back, lose the weight, gain it back. Some people may experience losing of hair, low blood pressure. So at some point in time, maybe 3:30 in the afternoon, you feel like, oh, I really need sugar. You're craving for sweets because the blood sugar crash around 3:30. And fatty liver. So for those of you already have fatty liver, yes, you confirm has insulin resistance. And for ladies, if you have some period issues, particularly PCOS, polycystic ovary symptoms, you definitely has insulin resistance. And it also impact men to have low testosterone. So if you are working up somehow, you couldn't build your muscle, but you are working up, you're eating clean, your muscle percentage couldn't go up, you may have insulin resistance. And a very common is gout. Yeah, so when you have gout, most of the time you have insulin resistance. Why is it so important to treat insulin resistance? Because it makes your body harder to lose weight compared to normal healthy individual. When this is a condition where your cells stop responding properly to insulin, it's a hormone produced by your pancreas. And I wanted to show everyone this, okay? So this is, so we are all born with fat cells. Do you know that fat cells is the only cells in human body that can grow bigger 10 to 20 times of its original size? So, sorry, I hear someone. Let me just mute that person, sorry. Yeah, so if you were to look at the chart on top, so with these fat cells, what happens is every time when you eat, and when you eat fat, when you have sugar, okay, or carbohydrates that trigger your insulin production, and your blood sugar will be high. So this is a blood Okay, this is the blood vessels, yeah, center. Beside is the fat cells. And it will trigger hormones to produce in your blood vessels. And what happened is all these blood sugars that in your blood vessels, the insulin will take it, put it in your, because if you didn't use that energy, you are eating what your body is needed. There's an excess of energy. So your insulin will take it and put it in your subcutaneous fat, which is, I'm sure everybody know what subcutaneous fat. There are two types of fats. One is under your skin, everywhere where you can pinch. And then the other one is visceral fat that's lining around your organ. You can call it intra-abdominal fat as well. So when your insulin spikes because of sugar, because of carbohydrates, with extra energy, if you're eating extras, so it will take the energy and put it and deposit it in your fat cell as a storage, okay, as a storage. This is a normal body biochemistry response. So what happened is when this fat cell, when you continue to eat more than what your body is needed, there's excess of energy, these fat cells will grow bigger and bigger and bigger, and at most is 20 size bigger than its original size. And the body is a miracle, and you can see this blue stuff is actually your baby fat cell. So it's called pre-adipocytes. Adipocytes is a fat cell. So even these babies is like extra storage. It will grow bigger to your fat cells, like this normal fat cells. And what happened? As it grow bigger, it push itself away from the blood vessels. It deprives itself of oxygen. So as we know that your blood vessels supply nutrients, supply oxygens. So as it push itself, if you keep feeding, and then the fat cell will explode, okay? It will damage and it's deprive itself of oxygen. And this is oxidation happen. So it's really, really bad for our human body. So when you have more than what you needed, there are a lot of body fat. We all know that it increases inflammations. So this is a damaged fat cells. And what happened? Insulin resistance happen when you keep giving extra energy that your body don't need it. It prevents large fat cells from growing further by all these fat cells. Okay, I don't recognize you anymore. I shut my door. Please don't come and visit me. Please don't put in excess energy in my body. And when that happens, your body start to store all this excess energy in your liver first. That's how people get fatty liver. And then sometimes in your pancreas, okay? And then to your heart. And then some people store the fat cells in your muscle, okay? So just remember this, when your blood sugar stays high, your insulin is elevated and fat burning shut down. So remember, it also has an impact on muscle. Your fat burning shut down when the person has insulin resistance. So when your fat cell stays insulin sensitive, that means it welcome the insulin to come in longer than muscle. So when your fat burning shut down, your muscle can't actually absorb the nutrients, and your fat continue to store the energy. So high insulin, more belly fat, higher visceral fat, okay? And that's why you are not losing the center part. So in a nutshell, just remember that insulin resistant impact on fat, it blocks the fat from burning, it promotes the fat storage, and also is a double-edged sword. So your body cannot burn, it also promotes fat storage. So what is insulin resistant impact on the muscle? So your muscle is your biggest fat burning engine, and it's the biggest insulin using organs. So when you have much higher muscle percentage, skeletal muscle percentage, we have three groups of muscle. I'm talking about the skeletal muscle percentage, the group of muscle that help you burn fat. Your muscle actually utilizes 80% of the glucose after your meal. So when you have more muscle and you have higher insulin sensitivity, whereby your muscle will actually take all this blood sugar, and feed, because the muscle will use and burn. Okay, so when you have frequent insulin spike, you keep spiking the sugar, and it damage your muscle and trigger inflammations. So same thing, when your muscle said, okay, I don't want you anymore. So your muscle develop insulin resistant. So which means the glucose and the proteins, amino acids, protein absorptions go down, and you have problem building muscles. So when a person go through any weight management program, and they notice that throughout that 90 days, the muscle percentage can hardly go up. So this is an indicator where you can suspect, okay, maybe the person has insulin resistance. So muscle repair and growth go down, which also means that you store more fat, and inflammations increase, your oxidation stress increase, and it damage your mitochondria, which is the engine of converting energy. That's why you're always feeling tired, even though you are eating, but you feel tired frequently. So this become a vicious cycle. More insulin, more inflammations, more resistance, less muscle, lower metabolism, more fat storage, and higher rebound risk. Okay, so just remember your muscle is your biggest glucose sink. So when it's resistant, your fat gain accelerate. So now, what are the things that will spike your insulins? Okay, so every individual, the body sensitivity is different. For some people, it's so sensitive that even a piece of maybe like one orange can spike your insulin when a person's body is already insulin resistant for a long term. But common food that spike the insulin is like one slice of white breads equal almost 2 tablespoons of sugar. When a person take 2 slices, is close to 3-4 tablespoons of sugar. It definitely, because it's processed food, processed carb. Milo, processed carb, 4 to 6 tablespoons of sugar. White rice, even though half a bowl, that's 6 tablespoons of sugars. Sweetened soy milk, even one slice of honeydew has about 1.5 tablespoons of sugar. So there are certain type of fruits, even though it's whole food, we always choose good carbs rather than good complex carb rather than the simple processed carb. But there again, if the person that you are coaching, the body is very sensitive, you may need to go even like whole food and be selective of those low GI fruits. So remember, TLME My Edge help you to flatten your post-meal insulin spikes and prevent overeating. Okay, so I'm just showing 2 examples of individuals. So you can see that here. So this is 2 persons with the same body fat percentage. This is a cross-section view. And you can see that, so for a person who is insulin sensitive, they have lesser VFAT. They are storing more around the subcutaneous fat area. So with the same body fat percentage, when the person is insulin resistant, they are storing fat around the organ. So you can, this create low-grade inflammations, giving you high blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, joint issues, body pain. So, and you can see that mark is here. So usually for a person that's stored in subcutaneous fat and lower VFAT, even though the person is fat, but it's a pear-shaped body. So even by looking at a person, you can tell. So when people with apple-shaped body is usually insulin resistance body because central obesity, okay? And visceral fat is living cells. It will have biochemistry reaction in your body that actually create a lot of inflammations. But the scarier part, this one you can Google, it contributes to 13 types of cancers that directly related to high visceral fat. Usually these are hormonal cancer like prostate cancers, ovary cancer, breast cancers, colon cancers. There are 13 types, so I wouldn't go through too much. And we all know that particularly in Singapore, one out of 3 person can get cancer in their lifetime. So we definitely want to reduce the risk by making sure your visceral fat is optimum. Okay, so what is a solution to insulin resistance? So our company is so smart. So, and we are also very grateful they come up with this carb blocker, My Edge, without increasing the price. So try to choose whole food, avoid nugget, sausage, ham, smoked salmon, and absolutely no processed carb, no processed sugar, and avoid carb and sugar in morning and night. Take veggies, protein, good fat, before your carb and sugar. If you must really take your carb and sugar, take veggies, protein, good fat. And make sure you move your body, walk, stand 30 minutes after your meal, 3 times a week. Remember, when you build muscle, it actually, when you have higher muscle mass, it actually takes the sugar and feed your muscle actually. So 3 times a week, resistance training, strength training, body weight training, or HIIT exercise will move your blood sugar to your muscle. Not all kind of exercise will help you to build the muscle mass, okay? When a person has insulin resistance, it's so important that they do the right type of exercise. So of course, for me, I always combine TRME, Reset, T-Green, ProBio, WellSpa. So this is a complete solution. And of course, if they can afford, R Square, Y-Span, R Square is super good in managing the mitochondrial health. Okay, so you can see that your TRE Me My Edge is your anti-spike formula. So in your My Edge, it has ingredient called DNJ. So it competes with the carbs to bind with your body enzymes so that it doesn't spike your insulin after meal. So you see, this is without the My Edge. So the red bar, the red charts actually spike your insulin very high. But with My Edge, it bring down the level faster. And this is a 12-week study. So what I do separately, every month I add in Jumpstart. In some market, you call it Slim S. Yeah, so because I coach someone in Australia and I realized that that's called Slim S. So it is a really, really good supplement with natural ingredients that in the 12-week clinical studies, you can see your fat cells because already insulin resistance, right? So you need help from supplements. So if you were to eat clean, exercise, it's very hard to achieve this with just Jumpstart every month. So this is a 12-week studies. Your fat cell becomes smaller. See? Your fat cell becomes smaller. And this is a gene expression of someone who is lean. And when you have insulin resistance, you have an expression of a big body, someone who has a fat body. And it helps you to reset your gene expression as if you are younger, okay, and healthier. Okay, so this is root cause number 2. So root cause number 1, I'll spend most time because not easy to understand if you're not exposed to this concept. So I'll move on to root cause number 2. Moving on now is much faster. So just take note that stress and sleep impact your muscle gain and fat loss result. Quality matters as much as quantity. So even when we have people tell us that, my customer tell me, oh, no problem, I fall asleep in 5 minutes. I don't have interrupted sleep. I wake up the next day after 7 hours of sleep. I will still have them track what? Track your deep sleep and your REM is rapid eye movement sleep. So a healthy body, you should have 1.5 hours to 2 hours of deep sleep. Same thing for REM sleep. And the reason being is, this one is a research from JAMA in 2011. They found out that for sleep deprivation, so anyone who sleeps less than 6 hours a day is considered sleep deprivation. So it reduces your muscle mass gain up to 60% and increase your fat storage during a calorie-controlled diet. So that means even though you eat clean, you still store fat. Why? Because our ancestor Homo sapien, whenever they are in stress, they are not eating, the body will produce the stress hormone cortisol and the body go into a storage mode because the body know that, okay, in the next few days, they may not get food. You know, this is like long time ago, okay, the caveman days. So, but our body still have this reaction whenever we are stressed. Your body wouldn't know that you have excess energy. Whenever you are stressed, it go into auto-programming mode, storing the extra fat in your fat cells. So when you don't sleep well, definitely you will have fat gain and muscle loss. And also remember that your growth hormones, when you want to grow your muscle, so take note of the time you go to bed, is between 10, your growth hormone is highest between 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. And your growth hormone is a key for muscle repair. It's released during your deep sleep only, which is the beginning stage of your sleep. And when you have Poor sleep, it also impacts your sex hormone, lower testosterone. Ladies, men, we all have testosterone. Men has more, lady have less. So lower testosterone, you have problem building your muscle, and higher cortisol. So it's catabolic. Catabolic means that it break down your muscle. Okay, so it's a catabolic hormones. So lack of REM sleep will also make you crave for sweet, crave for carbs. Okay, so if you find that you cannot control your willpower, so what you can do is sleep better. So poor sleep impairs your insulin sensitivity, increasing your fat storage and the risk of metabolic diseases. So I just wanted to share with everyone here solution for stress and sleep. I'm sure now it's launched in all market. I think Malaysia launched next month. So this is really, really good. The nighttime, it wants the best new supplement. So please encourage your customers who is going through TRME. They wanted to lose fat, they want to gain muscle. This is a very good supplement to kickstart. Okay, they have good sleeping quality. And I noticed that when a person started using the night bundle, which is Feel Calm for stress and nighttime for better sleep, their deep sleep and their REM will increase even within a week. Although the scientists say that it's 3 months clinical studies, right? So what other things you can do? Every day, go for a walk under the morning sun, okay, before 10 o'clock. Make sure you go under the sun for 20 minutes. No screen time 1 hour before bedtime. Wind down by 10. No digital device. Lock it away. Avoid sugar, avoid processed carb, avoid caffeine after 2 p.m. because when your insulin spikes, some people got problem falling asleep. Avoid exercise at night. Meditate, journaling, quiet time at night, and of course, consider our supplement, my 360 Night Bundle, which is a Feel Calm and nighttime. Age-lock reset will help with managing insulin sensitivity. And the other thing is Reishi Max is really, really good for your liver health. Okay, so we move on to root cause number 3. Okay, your gut and inflammations. So when a person has insulin resistance, you can almost 99.9999 confirm that they have this condition called leaky gut. Okay, a leaky gut symptom, bloating, constipation, cravings, fatigue, feeling tired easily, low immune system. Basically, people with poor leaky gut, poor fat burning, and immune functions. Okay, so what is it exactly? So your intestines, your stomach. So it's the mix of this very tiny hairy cells. And for a person who has healthy gastrointestinal health. So you see that in between the cells, there's no junction. Okay, it's very tightly lined up. And your cells can absorb nutrients, and it can also pass up toxins and also cytokines like inflammations through your lymphatic systems, and also absorb nutrients and pass it to your blood vessels underneath. So what happens when a person have leaky gut? So that's a junction. So between these two little tiny hairy cells, there's a junction. So this junction is leaking endotoxins. So what happens when a person have unhealthy gut? They crave, they have larger appetite, they tend to eat what their body needed, they have slower metabolism, they burn less fat, and they store more fat. Okay? When you just simply have healthy gut, you don't have the craving, you don't have to fight with your willpower, you have smaller appetite, you have faster metabolism rate, you burn more fat, and you store less fat. So recent studies suggest that your gut microbiome composition can predict individual response to weight loss. And that's a reason why always add Reset and ProBio in any TRME program, okay, if the person can afford. Okay, so solutions to leaky gut and inflammations. So, of course, avoid fried food, artificial sweeteners, glutens, processed carb, refined sugar, alcohol, seeds oil. What seeds oil? Sunflower oil, canola oil, those are not good. Very high in omega-6. That's make your body more prone to inflammations. Also eat clean. So when a person have leaky gut, try to avoid all glutens, eat clean. Choose only whole food, one ingredient food, okay? Not like something with a batter outside. One ingredient food. Clean protein and low sugar fruits. No raw salad because salad sometimes got bacteria inside, right? You need to lightly cook your veggies. No cold drinks. Drink warm water and best sugar-free ginger tea. So traditionally, even in TCM, ginger tea is very good to warm up your tummy. So drink warm ginger tea. Chew slowly, eat in a calm environment, don't rush, avoid overeating. Yoga, meditation, deep breathing to reduce the stress hormone, cortisol, from elevating. And good supplements to add in, your probio is clinically proven strains with pre and probiotics to restore your gut lining and flora digestions. And it's clinically proven that it will survive your acid juice, because a lot of probiotics outside, it couldn't even survive because the gastric is 1.5 to 2, right? Your gastric juice. So our strains, PCC, can actually survive that. Reset is very good. So I'm sure a lot of the TRME coach here, you are familiar with this chart. Dr. Joe Chan actually showed us that how the clinical studies with using Reset, it reduced leaky gut condition, improve the endotoxins in the human body, actually reducing inflammation. So this is the chart where you should look for. And your TRME control help you with your craving, Reset with your microbiome health. So the other thing I also want to mention that in Reset, there's another chart that shows that it increase your good microbiome in our body that actually will utilize the sugar in our body actually, okay? So tea green reduce inflammations, visceral fat. What I do is week 1, week 2, jumpstart, week 3, week 4, tea green 4-4. So My 360 night bundle, stress management, sleep, and early. My 360 night bundle also help you with leaky gut, because when a person has stress, the leaky gut will not go away. So My 360 night bundle is compulsory apart from Reset plus Probio to add in the night bundle to help to manage your stress and sleep. And of course, your baseline health like Life Pack Nano, antioxidant, micronutrients, vitamin D, and omega-3 support. Very, very important, okay? I think this will be the last root cause 4. You have lymphatic blockage. Okay, you have lymphatic blockage. So when a person has lymphatic blockage, they tend to lose fat slow, very, very slow. So we all know that lymph system is the system like, it transport and things that you don't want out from the body. It's like your garbage channel, your garbage bin. So we have a few main the bin center. So these are the few bin center where you have your largest lymph nodes. So when a person lymphatic blockage is blocked, so the fat cells couldn't be transported out. It will circulate in your body and deposit somewhere. So how do you know you have lymphatic blockage? You feel tired easily, you feel tight, you feel that your body is heavy, your lymph is heavy, thick. Some people have thick neck, double chin, puffiness, bloating eyes, double chin, your belly is always bloating, you have water retention issues, you even have the more serious one, you have reduced range of motions or flexibility, skin changes. You can see that particularly on the neck is hardened. The lines, the pigmentations is hardened, thicker, dimpled, like cellulite. When a person has cellulite, that's lymphatic blockage, okay? So frequent infections because your immune cells cannot circulate properly, okay? So you cannot actually throw up all the toxins from your body and you cannot circulate properly. So you always feel fatigue. You cannot remember things, brain fog. So poor lymph flow means that your wastage build up in your body, cannot come up from your body, your energy is low, you have foggy mind. So some of them, they even have swollen lymph nodes around this area, neck, armpit, groin. Like I mentioned, if you have cellulite, Yeah, that is a clear indication that lymphatic blockage. Sinus issues, some people may have a little bit of sinus issues and lymph blockage just around your upper body. Hard to lose weight despite eating clean and exercise. And we all know that. Use a WellSpa. So solution to lymphatic blockage, of course, you can go for lymphatic drainage every weekly. It's really expensive. So use the WellSpa. So 5 minutes daily. If you have 2 spa, if you have 1 spa, 10 minutes daily. 14 days, you can lose up to 13 cm. Okay, so the trick about lymphatic drainage is that when you already have blockage, you need to use it daily. You don't do 2 days, you stop 1 day, 2 days, you stop 1 day. You will find that it's very hard for you to unblock. You need to do it daily, at least for 14 days to unblock that area. Then subsequently, yes, you can do alternate days for maintenance, okay? Take 3 measurements of your tummy, your center, up and down. Use 3 finger as a gauge. So I just wanted to share with everyone. So how having good lymphatic drainage will help a person having a better body. So you can see this. So this is 1 month results. Flatten the tummy. Okay. Root cause number 5. You are unable to identify the blind spots. You are working alone. You didn't work with your coach. So accountability is key in showing weight management result. So you need to send your daily meal picture to your coach and a weekly stats update. So all my customers, they have their own Omron. They will take their stats update, send it to me. And then the daily picture, we all send in a bigger chat group actually. So this is just some examples. Whether you are a good girl or a bad boy, you went to eat McDonald's, take a picture, send. Just be real, okay? So that your coach can work with you and identify some of the blind spots. So I'm just sharing what are some of the things that your coach, sorry for typo, your coach may be sharing. So this is like pick low GI food. Like for example, oat is not allowed in the program. At least for me, okay? So instant oat, high GI, is a fast carb. You can choose raw oats, steel cut oat. Still, that is a medium GI. A lot of people already have insulin resistance. Even you take this, it will spike the insulin and they will not see good weight management result. So I always tell them that if you want to see good result, take whole food if you can. So vegetable omelette, yeah, this is okay, low GI, unless you add dressing or sauces like chili sauce, mayo, teriyaki sauce, or full of sugar, then you spike the insulin. Eat your carbo last. If you must, like lunchtime, most of them will use My Edge. And then they will eat the carbo last. Take your protein first, take your veggie, then lastly is your bread, pasta. No fruit juice during the program is not allowed. In fact, bread and pasta is like, I don't recommend as well. So don't eat naked carb. So if you just eat carb as it is, your insulin spike very fast, particularly is a simple carb. You need to dress it with acids. Drink some lemon water, drink apple cider vinegar, take some fermented food, dress it with olive oil. You must eat the brand. Okay, yes, it's sourdough, dip it in olive oil. Yeah, so it will slow down the insulin spike. So, and move within 30 minutes after meal. No food 3 hours before bedtime. Okay, so I just wanted to share this testimonial. And this is someone who's almost 70, so came to us on Zoom during COVID, has been exercising every day for an hour. He's very disciplined, eating relatively clean, and with 7 conditions. 7 conditions, yes. High blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, Parkinson's. And 1 year after, I call it the Total Transformation Program. TLME, Reset, R Square Y Spent, and plus WellSpa when he launched. So in 2024, in fact, his blood sugar is beautiful, but the doctor says that let's continue metformin for 1 more year to really make sure you do not have diabetes anymore. And just early this year, 2025, the blood report shows that Pus, no longer on metformins. So we are reducing all this medication to here. Even Parkinson medication is reduced. What's really, really amazing is that when the wife uses Wellspa on him, hand and back, alternate night. So he used to he's still going to his physio, okay? So once or twice a month. So now we all know that Wellspa give you results similar to physiotherapy, acupuncture, right? So now that with alternate day service from the wife in 2 months, because for Parkinson patient, usually after some time, because of the handshake, they lost the ability to drive. So this is him after 2 months. Until today, he's able to drive ever since Wellspa launch. This is truly transforming individualized and family life, okay? So the last part, this part is pretty fast, is to deal with the rebound, okay? So this is a lot of people issues before, after, and after you become, your fat come back with a vengeance, okay? So why is it? I'm eating clean and exercise regularly. Yes, we know that. After 40 years old, every 10 years, you lose 8% of muscle. And after 60 years old, every 10 years, you lose 12% of muscle. Yet it shouldn't come back like with a vengeance, okay? After something is wrong. So most likely, you didn't lose the right weight. You lose muscle. So remember, lower muscle, slower metabolism, and your weight will rebound. Okay, so losing weight without muscle protection is risky because your muscle is a cushion. It helps you when you fall. You tend to get, when you have strong skeletal muscle, you don't get fractures, hairline cracks, and it manage your weight better. And it's also helping you with insulin resistance. And a lot of people didn't know that if you have upper respiratory issues, you should go on building your muscles. Yeah, apart from protecting your lung. So it increased life expectancy, lesser hospital complications, and lesser heart health, improve mobility. It makes sure that you can move around, yeah, as you age. So high skeletal muscles also directly related to healthier hormone levels. Okay, so particularly in relation to insulin sensitivity, your growth hormones, your sex hormones. So ladies, if you're worried about menopause, make sure you have higher skeletal muscle than your body fat. Okay, that will allow you to smooth through your menopause. So reason number 2, the reason you keep having rebound is you start the program too early. Because in order for your burning engine to take care of the extra energy that you bring in every day, you need to have the reverse. Your skeletal muscle mass need to be higher than your body fat. Then you burn more. So when you start the program, when your body fat is still more than your skeletal muscle, that's why you get the rebound. Okay. The reason number 3, oh, this one Monica Lam sent me. She's my idol. Okay. And then this one I take from JC, actually. I thought I love this chart. I'm using this to share with everyone. You didn't fix your baseline health. You have really low antioxidant level, and which means you have higher inflammation risk. You have lower self-healing ability, which explains the weight rebound. Okay, make sure you have lower inflammations, because when you have inflammation, you store fat, you break down the muscle. So make sure you have low inflammations. Continue to follow up to measure on the antioxidant scan score. Okay, so inflammations cause fat gain and muscle loss. This is a cycle. So when your inflammations trap your fat and block the muscle gain, you have low antioxidant level due to oxidative stress. With these chronic inflammations, you have insulin resistance. So when you have high insulin, more fat storage, less muscle building, you have less muscle, lower metabolism, and more fat. So it breaks the cycle with your antioxidant, gut, and sleep support. So reason number 3 that you keep getting the rebound, you didn't fix, apart from didn't fix your baseline health, you also didn't fix your stress and your sleep. Yeah, so calorie deficit doesn't fix your hormone. So if you're eating lesser and lesser, it doesn't fix your hormone. Once your insulin is a hormone, so once your hormone didn't fix, you will permanently stay big. So your stress hormone increase, cortisol increase, belly fat is there, and you won't be able to lose your muscle, okay? So you need to go and fix your stress and your sleep, okay? So some other solutions to prevent rebound, okay, here. So we suggest you continue, even after the program, LifePak Nano, up your antioxidant scan, bridge your daily nutritional gap, use your Probio PCC for your gut health, continue to use the H-Lock Reset. It improve your metabolic balance and up your muscle mass. Use your My360 Night Bundle if you have no choice. You can't change your job. Your job is constantly stressed. You can't change your family. Your family is demanding. At least use My360 Night Bundle to help you better manage that. And don't forget, occasionally use your TR Me My Edge before sugary and carbo meal, because you are allowed to enjoy, have party food occasionally, but remember to use your TR Me My Edge. So also take note of your protein intake. Generally speaking, we need about 1.2 to 2 kilogram to 2 gram per kilo of body, depending if you are training or not, and depending on your age. As you are older, you need higher protein intake. Okay, so resistance training, weight training, body weight training, strength training will help you building muscle. Walking will not help you build muscle, okay? So, but with the help of Reset, yes, it will. And TR Me, yes. And My360 Night Bundle, again, help with stress and sleep quality. So, solution to muscle loss here, My Edge, prevent your insulin spike so you don't lose muscle. Trim Shake, protein and fiber to protect lean muscle mass. Reset, it mimics exercise. So I'm sure a lot of you familiar with this chart. It gives you a body as if, even though you don't exercise, it gives you a body as if you are exercising. So you can see skeletal muscle mass here is high. So when you exercise, the exercise positively impact your liver, your fat tissue, your muscle, and your pancreas. So when you exercise, so you see your gene expression here is high. No exercise, sedentary is low. When you use 2 capsules of Reset, it gives you a body as if you are exercising, having that muscle actually. And if you're exercising, it gives you even better result. And if money is not a problem, add in R Square. It's a really good supplement for your mitochondrial health. We won't cover today. That actually talks about conversion of energy. Why you are not able to convert? That's because mitochondria is insulin resistant as well. It's shut down, okay, when you keep feeding sugar to the body. And don't forget baseline health with your LifePak Nano. So right here, the last few minutes, I'm just going to share. This is a customer's, okay? So she's working on shift. She has been running every day, 1 week, like 4 times for an hour, eating relatively clean. She's a staff nurse, and this is her result. Yes. So why is it where she tried to eat clean herself and exercising so regularly, she doesn't see the result? I'm going to share. She used the full program. On top of that, when My360 is launched, please allow me to share this. This is really fast, only 1 minute. This is her testimonial. Ta-da!
Claire. I'm actually a mother of a 7-year-old boy, working as an A&E nurse in a government hospital here. Being a nurse, I've been working, doing shift work for years now. It really affected my life. It heightened my stress level and actually destroyed my sleep pattern. And I became a light sleeper and having frequent migraines before. So I've been using now the Full Mind 360 for 2 weeks now. And then I'm glad to say for the short 14 days, it really helped me feel well rested and even without getting the 6 to 8 hours sleep. So alongside with the Reset and the Life Pack that I've been taking, I feel so fresh every morning now, and every day is more productive. And now I can say that after having a better quality of life, I feel energized, well rested, and more effective, alert at work. And of course, I'm happy and grateful to get a chance upon this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Claire. Claire, can you just share, you find it easier to fall asleep when you're taking the supplement?
Yeah, actually, because my time in taking that one, because usually we sleep at night, right? But since I'm working shift work, So I usually take the nighttime during the time when I sleep. So during night shift, I come home in the morning. So before going to bed, I take 30 minutes or 1 hour before. Then it really helps me sleep. And then even if sleeping for a short period of time, it make me like still feel rested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we're coming to the end. So right here, I have arranged a checklist for you. You can screenshot. So I also point to everyone attention. It's important to learn how our body burn. So remember that when you have healthy body, you actually burn when you are sleeping, when you have a good basal metabolic health. And what are the supplements that help with your basal metabolic health? Your Jumpstart, your complex will up your BMR, and your T-green will up your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which means it's the time where you moved around, you're not exercising, you are doing housework, you are arranging things, but you are not sitting and lying down. So this is called NEAT. It expends 20% of your calories throughout the days. So exercise does help. It takes away about 10%. It expands about 10%. And also, when we eat food, your body will need to burn the food, right? Digest the food. So the digestion also take up about 10%. This is how your body burn the calories. So I think this is quite self-explanatory. You can take a screenshot. And another page. Oh, water. Make sure
Excuse
for
me, we
you
don't
take about
see
2.5
your.
liter of water. Oh, you don't see. So
No,
sorry.
we see.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me just put it back. There. You can screenshot this page. Yeah, thanks for letting me know. Yeah. Okay. So I hope this will help with everyone to have a better coaching experience. And then the next page. There you go. Okay, this is a summary of what I have covered. All right, so this is the last page. Just nice. Few minutes before 10. Anyone has questions? Let me just take a look at the chat box. Hey, Ross. Oh, yes, you are in the Philippine Success Summit. Enjoy yourself. What's the difference between LifePak and LifePak Nano? So LifePak Nano is a complete micro and macronutrients. It includes lipids, nutrients like fat-soluble nutrient, like lipids nutrients like omega-3. So generally speaking, I tell my customer LifePak Nano equals to LifePak plus marine omega plus coenzyme Q10 minus the iron, because LifePak Nano is thalassemia patient friendly. Okay. Oh, thanks, Liana. Congratulations. After TRME program, I lost 8 kilo. Yes, you shall continue the supplement. TRME is just the beginning, okay? It's not like end of TRME, it's the end. Yes, the nighttime is called Peaceful Night in Hong Kong and Taiwan. What a beautiful name. No question? So Jumpstart can still consume monthly even after TRME program. Absolutely, yes. You just do not consume it continuously for 30 days. So 1 month you can use it for 2 weeks because of one of the ingredient. They call it honghua, zhang honghua, which is a saffron. Yeah, and then yeah, so that one you're not supposed to use it like continuously for too long. Yeah. No more Jumpstart in Hong Kong and Taiwan. I think it's called Slim S. Yeah, Slim S. Okay, I think that's it since there's no question. Everyone, I will say goodbye here. So Marguerite, do I just leave from here?
Yes, you can. I think
Yes.
she's busy. Hey, thanks a
Yeah,
lot.
thank you,
Ai Su.
Marguerite. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aisu.